And we should be live. Welcome, everybody, to the second rendition of Battle of the Bands, Battle of the Decades. This is the first live show, and basically what we're going to be doing is doing the week one scoreboard update to see who's in the lead, to see who's in last, who needs to do some catching up. And then after that, we'll chat about some cool stats, see which books have been read the most, see which prompts have been read the most. And then after that, we'll jump into the bonus challenge, the first bonus challenge for the readathon. And before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. I'm, of course, Jake, the bookish drummer, captain for Team Green Day.
I am Nala from Here There Be Stories, captain of Journey, representing the 80s.
Hi, I'm Stacy, Jake's fiance. I'm not a captain, but co-creator.
And she's on Team Fleetwood Mac, which I am the captain of. And yeah, we have a great band. We can at least say that.
It's true.
Yeah.
Unlike some teams. I'm Nico from Nico's Book Reviews and team captain for our 90s selection Nirvana.
All right. It just started pouring down raining here, so hopefully y'all don't hear that in the background.
Have you ever seen the rain?
They're not one of the bands.
There's going to be a lot of
that. So before we get into the scoreboard update, how is everybody's readathon going so far?
Oh, I'm loving it. I always get so pumped with these. Like, I was so excited when you said that you were planning another one, and it's going swimmingly. It's going great.
Swimmingly.
It's been a bit of a lounge act for me. I'm starting off a little bit slow, but I feel like my reading speed's in utero right now, but it's getting there.
I thought I was starting off strong, and then when I was compiling stats today, I was looking at like the top contributors for every team, like how many books everyone had read, and I'm like half of them.
There might just be something in the way, but once you get past it.
Oh man.
That's strike two.
That means you've only caught two.
Holy smokes.
You get a fake bonus point from me if you can comment in the Discord every song reference I make during the stream. You don't get any real points for it. But...
Yeah. No, what'll happen is Nico will just not fulfill one prompt. That way it takes away points. There you go.
There you go.
Got a lot of Nirvana representation in the comments.
Yeah, we do. All right.
That's right. We're going to win, even though I know what scores we're announcing tonight. That may not reflect that currently. But
speaking of that, why don't we get to the scoreboard update? What we're going to do is we're going to go from last place, fourth place, all the way up to first place. So...
Yeah, right. So Team Fleetwood Mac, we've got heart. Love that for us. But as far as points, we don't have those. So we have read 48 books across 13 people so far. 15 books for our own team prompt, which would have been plus 450 points, but we were viciously and ruthlessly and heartlessly attacked this week, team. So we'll get to that, though. So we've read 9 books for Journey prompts, 13 books for Nirvana prompts, 11 books for Green Day prompts, but 60 books were read against us. Journey attacked us 19 times, Nirvana attacked us 21 times, and Green Day attacked us 200 times, which was negative 600 points. So if you're good at math, that's 450 minus 600, totaling our score to negative 150 points. So we're going to have a really great underdog story. I'm not worried about it, guys. This is just a little wake-up call for us, and our master plan has yet to be unfurled. So shout outs to our top contributors, Jigsaw Puzzler and Froglet, who is Carly. Both of them have read 6 books each, and Echo read by Shell. Yep. has read 5 books, as has Justin with 5 books, and Stacy and I both read 5 as well. So great job, guys, and we're gonna have a killer week too. I can feel it.
So
We're
you think
definitely gonna
that
have
you
to have
will
a
break
team
the
meeting.
chain? All right. So unfortunately, I have to go next because Team Nirvana right now is second to last place. Although we've got quite a few more points at least.
Okay, unnecessary.
But we've had our team. We've read 59 books across 15 different people so far. And I know I've had a slow start, so there's definitely some people out there killing it and who have read a lot more. So much appreciated. We're doing good. So we've read 12 of our own prompts, 21 books for Fleetwood prompts.
You guys are the worst.
I mean, like, it was not a concerted attack. That's why it's so funny that every team just decided to go after you.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if we all attacked Fleetwood?
I mean, it seems to have gone that way, but so 21 Fleetwood, 15 against Journey, and 11 against Green Day. We had 34 books read against us in total, which most of them did come from Fleetwood. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
That's because I could see the scoreboard app, and I read all of my Nirvana books in retaliation.
And so, yeah, so we've managed to, despite all the rating that we have done, we're rocking 30 points right now. We're still positive though, but we're rocking 30 points. But I'm going to tell you about a girl, our top reader, Mummy to a Rock Star, which is a very appropriate name for Team Nirvana too. I definitely like it. So you definitely are fitting in my heart-shaped box with 10 books read. And then we have a tie for second.
Or is this like all?
I'm just kind of throwing them in where they come. I'm just letting my brain kind of breed them. And then second, we have Pat Sava and Pepe Sylvia with 8 books each. I know that I've only read 4 so far. So once again, 8 and 10 in the first week. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Very happy to hear it. So
I think Team Nirvana. What's that?
Team Nirvana has 20 points, not 30.
What? I thought, did we lose more? It was 30 earlier. Okay, so we only have 20. Somebody else must have taken one from when I checked. Oh, I do see it says 20. All apologies for the incorrect info.
I think Team Nirvana has more Nirvana puns than they do points.
Exactly.
I can hit 20. Give me time.
That is not a win. That is not a win.
Okay. So in second place is Team Green Day, and we've read a total of 59 books across 12 people, and 14 of those books were for our prompts, which is plus 420 points, and 20 of those books were used to do the Mac attack on Fleetwood Mac, and 15 of those were attacks on Journey. 10 of those books were attacks on Nirvana. And then we had 38 books read against us, 11 from Fleetwood, 16 from Journey, and 11 from Nirvana, which is minus 380 points, giving us a grand total of 40 points. And our top readers so far are Manu the Book Nerd with 9 books, Lisa, who is Stacy's sister, 8 books, and Really Late, who is not really late because they submitted 7 books.
Wow.
All right, so that leaves me. Journey is in first place. We are rocking it this week. Yes.
By a landslide, right?
Oh, y'all are just jealous. All right.
Landslide? All right.
We'll just go our separate ways.
All right, so Team Journey, we have read 63 books across 15 people so far. 17 books were read for our own team's prompts, which is 510 points. 19 books were read for an attack on Fleetwood. 11 books to attack Nirvana, and 16 books were read to attack Green Day's prompts. 39 books were read against us, 9 from Fleetwood, 15 from Nirvana, and 15 from Green Day, which is minus 390 points, which gives us a total score of 120 points. So we have a few readers that are our top readers for the team. Twainy with a total of 10 books for the week, which is crazy. I mean, that's amazing. Unkind Poodle and Andrea B with 8 books each for them. So
Really love the name Unkind Poodle for some reason.
Unkind Poodle.
That's a quality name right there.
Hey, my mom had one of those for years.
Could be your mom. Who knows?
That's actually my best friend.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's my best friend. That's her.
nice.
Yeah, she was reading up a storm. So yeah.
Well, Team Journey has bragging rights for now.
For now, yes.
For
Yes.
now.
And the rest of you have ruthlessly bullied Fleetwood.
Yeah,
this week.
we're on the boulevard of broken dreams over here for sure.
Yeah.
With the
So
net.
the good news is a lot of people are running out of Fleetwood prompts.
It's true.
Mhm.
Do your
So-
worst now, because you can only do so much to us.
Yeah, I think Stacy has the prompts pulled up
Yes.
here. It's the popularity of the prompts, and clearly, the Fleetwood Mac prompts are the most popular so far.
Yeah.
They're in the negatives now, but they're on the edge of 17, I think. So
We are not on the edge of 17, you liar.
But yeah, even the lowest read Fleetwood prompt is pretty close to the highest read prompt for any other team, which is crazy.
that is crazy.
It's because people love our songs the most. That's what it is.
Could be.
Hey, Team Nirvana's still in bloom. You know, it might sound sappy, but
Oh god.
we're coming.
Uh,
There's a few puns that I can't really make on YouTube either. So
Please don't.
I
Oh,
don't
never
know.
mind.
I will. That was perfect. I was saving that one, but that was perfect.
I think we had what were the most read books in the readathon? Do you have those stats, dear?
Yes.
But there's a
So the
secret
most
project.
read.
Is there?
It's not a secret project. The most read book was The Only One Left by Riley Sager, and 4 people have read that so far. And the second most read book was The Crew by Sadir S. Samir, with 3 people reading that.
Yeah, The Crew seems to be like a big hit.
It's been a big buddy read over on Keymark, so that's why.
Okay.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
me and Stacy have both read it and enjoyed it. It's very
That's
good.
cool.
Yes.
Is it similar to Kings of the Wild?
It's somehow crazier than Kings of the Wild. And that's a great
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good sell right there.
Or-
I will say it's kind of different in that Kings of the Wild, you start or very quickly on in the book, you assemble the crew, whereas in The Crew, it's like the course of the book is assembling the crew, and then like you have the climax.
Oh, okay.
That kind of reminds me of Never Die by Rob J. Hayes. Have you all read that? The
No.
whole
I
whole
need to.
book, they're like assembling the crew of people, and then at the very end, they're all together.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
gave up like 25% through that.
Ugh.
I think.
I love that. I read it in like one night. So fun.
Yeah, that is on my TBR. The
It's a
Never
fun
Die.
one. It's really short too.
Yeah.
What's been everybody's favorite book that they've read so far for the readathon?
Ooh.
If you had to pick one.
Mm.
Well, it's easy for me. It's Iron Gold. Surprising absolutely no one.
I'm like halfway through, and I've never read it. This is my first time reading it, so oh man, it's so freaking good.
I had to check to see because I was still finishing something that was not for readathon, which I finished like yesterday, the day before finally. So I was doing audio, but yeah, I didn't like 2 of the books that I've done so far. The 2 that I liked, I just finished Butcher Baker Candlestick Taker by Patricia Meredith, which is that was my try genre, because historical mystery is not something I'm well versed in, but that was really, really good. And then I finished out Willful Child by Stephen Erickson, which was hilarious. So
Nice.
I read Leave the World Behind by Ruman Alam. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one. It's like pretty popular. It's got this cover.
Okay. Oh, I've seen that cover.
Yeah, it's being adapted into a movie, and I use it for themes of like isolation and loneliness. It has a 3.18 on Goodreads, so like shockingly low, but I gave it 5 stars.
Yeah.
So I liked it. Yeah, I also really liked the sequel to Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie. That was really good. Yeah, those are. I'm probably just gonna read everything that Jordan Sonnenblick has written at this point, because they're just like so easy and so fun. So yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Speaking of that, I just read another one of his books. It's called The Secret Sheriff of Sixth Grade, so which kind of sounds like it's going to be more on the younger side, but with typical Sonnenblick fashion, it's very sad and depressing.
He throws curveballs at you. He really does.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. I gave it 4 stars. It was very good.
Yeah. So I am on book 4. I mean, I've only completed 3 so far, and I was not off to a good start. There's like 2 and 3 star ratings.
Oh
But-
no.
Yeah, not off to a good start. But I am actually doing The Witcher right now. That's my 4th book, and I'm really enjoying it. So I'm going to say The Witcher is the best one so far.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think Iron Gold might end up being my favorite. Although it depends, because I might try, if I feel like I have enough time, I might actually do Iron Gold and Dark Age this month. They're both really chunky though, so we'll see.
Yeah, I plan to finish my Battle of the Bands TBR and then get into Dark Age and Lightbringer. So I'm with you there.
If I do, I might have to cut Wizard and Glass, because I was gonna read that. And don't worry, Jake. If I do that, then I'll just read it in August. Like I'm on the Dark Tower train, but I also kind of want to get caught up for Lightbringer. So.
All right. Maybe we should get into what the first bonus challenge for the readathon is. And basically, if you do this, you gain 10 points for your team. And what the bonus challenge is, it sounds very simple, but it might prove to be difficult for a lot of people. Essentially, what you have to do is choose your favorite song from your team's decade. So if you're on Fleetwood Mac, you simply choose your favorite song from the 70s. Or if you're on Team Journey, choose your favorite song from the 80s. And yeah, that's all you have to do. And we have a channel for it in the Discord. Just post what it is, maybe say why it's your favorite, or post a video. But do you guys know what your favorite song from your team's decade is?
No.
No.
Hard no.
No. Stacy knows. You can't pick one of anything. It's got to be like at least 10.
We talked about this, and man, there are so many great songs from the 90s.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to have to be on brand and pick something metal, which there are a lot of good options there too, but there's a lot of other stuff. So many things.
For me, like the 70s and 80s blur together so much, because a lot of artists like had really popular songs in the 70s and the 80s, and
Yeah.
so I'm like finding I'm shocked, like, oh, that was from the 70s? I totally thought that was the 80s. And so yeah, I'm having to really go song by song and be real careful, but I'm excited.
If you can't narrow it down to one, you can do top 3.
All right, there you go. That was
that might help. The weird thing is I feel like 90s is a particularly hard one for me. I feel like I can narrow it down easier with older decades, but there's
the opposite for me. Because like I grew up in like the 90s and 2000s, but all my parents listened to was music from the 70s and 80s. So
Yeah.
like, that's all I grew up on.
Well, see, I love a lot of 70s and 80s, but there's a lot less like random songs from those decades versus the 90s. There's so many random songs that are just really, really great. But
That's fair.
I'm just like, that's where I don't know. I just don't know.
Yeah, if I was on the 70s, that would be kind of hard. But 2000s, like I really only like rock music. I don't really like the pop and the rap music from
You're
that.
gonna pick "Hit Me, Baby" one more time. Don't lie.
I think it's 90s actually.
I want it that way.
It was
Come
nice.
on.
Yeah. Jake, what was your reaction to seeing Stacy's lists? Because there were quite a number of songs on there.
So
When we made our
Did you
playlist
have
for this
issues?
decade.
Did you have issues?
So it was a compromise for sure. A lot of those songs I would not have personally chosen, but
Practice for marriage. That's all it is.
it took a long time, but it was a lot of fun. But we each got basically just our favorite songs from the decade, and there were some songs that we both kind of vetoed. Like, no, I hate that song. Like that can't be there. So it was just a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He's still salty about the 70s list because I took 10 spots for my picks. Even though I gave him 20 for his own picks, it wasn't enough.
It's my favorite decade, and you had so many songs that just did not need to be on there.
Listen, they were icons. In my opinion, they needed to be on there.
Hold
She
the line.
took out like a classic rock staple. I don't remember what it was, but then she put in like Kung Fu Fighting. I'm like, really?
Kung Fu Fighting's a classic.
It is a
Yeah.
classic.
Everyone was doing it.
It's right.
And it had the song.
All right,
from
and
Grease.
on that note,
I mean, it in fact was a little bit frightening.
so what books do you guys have planned for this week? Since you're all out of Fleetwood challenges, right?
Well, I still have all my Fleetwood challenges.
Yeah. Well, that's good though. That's good. That makes me happy.
Yeah.
I'm literally, this is a Fleetwood, right?
Yeah, I still have 3 Fleetwood prompts left. So
I have only done one. Most of my attacks were on Jake's team, and that was just because most of my shorter audiobooks happened to be prompts for Jake's team. And that's what I was trying to like still get some progress, even though I'm reading these big Janny Words books with small print. So
yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to read next. I have a lot of options. I might pick another Sonnenblick book, or I might do Windhaven by George R.R. Martin, which is like a standalone fantasy he co-wrote in the 80s. I'm very excited for that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
My
Evan, in the
brother's
comments, I really hope you're joking. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. What's in the comments?
Yeah, now I'm curious.
I hope he's joking about Iran by Flock of Seagulls being a favorite. It's fine, but like, come on, that can't be your favorites.
Could be.
It's got to be somebody's favorite.
Yeah, someone out there. This could be the one. I'm definitely like in proper Ian fashion. I'm completely going off my TBR. But my brothers and I are buddy reading First Law, and so I haven't read any of those yet, and so I'm gonna use that for like all apologies prompt because everyone's always like, "You haven't read First Law yet?" So yeah, very excited.
Funnily enough, that's the prompt that's been least completed, I'm pretty sure.
Because
People
people are
do
still
not wanna
putting
do
it
it.
off. They're
Yeah.
still like,
I did specifically. That's the one I did for the historical mystery I just read by Patricia Meredith. Because I told her I was going to read that book a while ago, and I'm like, I'm gonna read it, and I still haven't. Didn't interview with her, still hadn't gotten to it, and so I'm like, I even told her, and I'm like, I am reading it. I'm using it as I'm sorry I haven't read this sooner. Oh wait a minute, no, I changed it. It's not that prompt. What is it? That prompt? I'm totally lying right now. Now I don't remember what I used.
Liar.
Oh, I changed it to another review copy that I have not gotten to, actually. Which is a drowned
don't get me started on review copies. It's not good. I don't want to go down that lane. All right.
So, like, I'm going through The Witcher, which is actually an attack on Fleetwood Mac. I've only attacked Fleetwood Mac once, so this would be my second. So I have plenty of Fleetwood left. But for favorites, I have 2 of Ian's favorites down: Dark Matter and East of Eden.
East of Eden is my favorite book of all time, but Dark Matter is really freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I could go get. I don't ever annotate books, but I have my physical copy of East of Eden, and that was the one book that I've ever like tabbed because there were just so many quotes throughout that I was just like, wow, oh my gosh, so good.
Is that why you love it so much? It's because of all the quotes?
No, it's not just that. It's the themes. Like, it really spoke to me a lot, and it was just, I don't know. I think about it all the time, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's just my favorite book. Everything's perfect about it. The characters are perfect. The story's perfect. The writing's perfect. It's like the perfect book to me.
Okay.
Not to hype it up or anything, but
So just
I do.
a heads up for anyone posting their favorite song in the chat, make sure to also post it in the Discord channel. I've unlocked it now because that's where we're going to be issuing credit.
no, you guys can post it here. That's fine. You don't listen to Stacey. Unless you're Team Fleetwood, then talk to me later.
I do love we talked about there's only one person who's picked one of my favorites to read so far, and that might be it. It's entirely possible.
No, I'm going to be reading one of your favorites.
Oh, that's right. You did say that early. Yeah.
Is
So
anyone-
I'll look at least two.
Is anyone reading one of mine? My favorites?
2 people have read a Nala favorite so far.
Is it Daisy Darker?
I almost
Yes,
picked
and
Daisy Darker.
Rockwood
That
Sisters.
I almost picked Daisy Darker as mine. I saw that Lisa also chose Dark Matter. That's what I'll say. Like, if you guys are looking for something just like so good that you're gonna read real quick,
Mm-hmm.
do Dark Matter. It's like a hard to put down, really short, really good.
Mine is either going to be Vita Nostra, which is yours, Nala, or Piranesi, which was Ian.
Mine. I love Piranesi. Yes, and that's really good. It's really short too. So yeah, I've got like
We're-
one
we're
from
both
each of
pretty
yours.
short.
Yeah, I know from Nala, I really want to read Daisy Darker. Jake, there's like 5 that I could do. Like, I already read The Drums, Girls, and Dangerous Pie. I just read Daisy Jones and the Six last month. And then I've got like Dark Tower, Tenders the Flesh, and then Nico. There's like 5 series on there that I've been meaning to get to. Like, I haven't read any Wheel of Time. I haven't read. There's another. Oh, I need to read The King's Dragon. There's like 3 or 4 others. I don't know. You guys all had great choices, so.
I was to say, I know a lot of mine are long, but it's like my list of series I crusade for. So I've been trying to get people to read Crown of the Stars by Kate Elliott for years. Got Robin Hobb. I got Janny Wirtz, My New Crusade, Andrew D. Meredith on there. A lot of older classic fantasy, but I got a couple of newer things on there and a couple of shorter things on there too.
So to answer really late, it's the song released in that decade.
That's a good.
I mean,
Listen to.
That's a really good question.
I was gonna say, like, you could make the argument, like, if it came out December '99, but then like get popular in the 2000s.
Also,
Yeah, I mean, I would accept that.
I was so confused, Stacey, because you said to answer really late, and I was like, "What do you mean? This question just popped up." Oh, really late person. Cool.
You got to make sure the wheel in the sky keeps on turning, Ian.
I don't know where
Right.
it is anymore. I buried it in the backyard.
So many puns.
I remember that song. I used to go rollerblading when I was a kid. Roller skating. The roller skating rink was a big thing when I was a kid. And 80s night, they played Wheel in the Sky. It was like my favorite song to roller skate to at the roller skate ring with the lights.
Did you go like every week faithfully?
Mm-hmm. I sure did. I sure did. Yeah.
I don't remember which Nirvana songs I missed at this point, so I'm switching to the other team.
A good call out is like if you don't know what decade songs are from, just like look up playlists. Like that's what I did. I just went to Spotify and they have them on YouTube too. You can like I went to Spotify and just went through a 70s playlist. And did that.
If you need, I'll start educating you on 70s music too. Don't listen to Jake. His opinions are. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We actually were
Jake-
pretty in sync for the most part on 70s.
Jake and I created a playlist of like all the iconic songs from every decade and pinned them all in your team chats. So you can find inspiration there too.
You guys are the best.
Yes.
Some of my favorites, some of her favorites that are, but you know.
Yeah, you have to make that distinction.
Has to. Yeah, could not have gone unsaid.
All of Jake's is rock, pretty much, right? Everything else is Stacy's pick.
I have some rock songs on there too, but yeah.
When was Nickelback? Was Nickelback like late 90s or early 2000s?
Not 70s.
Did you
Shakespeare.
Favorite again? What do we?
Yeah, late. I think it's both. I think it's
Is
probably
it?
late 90s and
Okay.
then into the early 2000s.
Yeah, that was
I
tough
have
when we
to-
were making the decades playlist too, because there's some bands that span both, and we had to choose like which decade to put them in, which song
Exactly.
we wanted.
Yeah.
I
I'm
wanted to
checking
pick.
notes. This is how you remind me.
Oh God, I wanted to do.
They're not even one of the bands, bro.
This is completely Nolla's fault.
Too far.
Blame her.
Arguably, every word that you said is probably in some song title. So
Exactly. Yeah.
Alrighty,
Good
guys.
journey.
Well, I have to hop off. It's dinner time for my kids, but have fun doing whatever you're gonna do to my team this week. And
I'll note it was pointed out in the chat. It looks like a lot of people just went in order and started at the top, and so
That's
it'll
fair.
probably be like the next team getting a lot this next time. So
it's true. So that's gonna be Journey,
Journey.
which is good. They need to be brought down a
I
pair.
have to say this could all work out nicely.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
We'll see. We'll
All
see.
right. I'll catch you guys on Discord then. Have a good night.
See ya. All
Yeah,
right.
so for me, I depend on the library. So it's literally whatever's available from the library is the next prompt that I'm hitting.
Yep.
Makes sense.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like me. I have a color-coded TBR list. I'll show you. Hang on. So I don't know if you can see the colors.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
I have an
But
Excel.
they mean-
spreadsheet.
So I have like a color for the library, a color for script, a color for my Audible, a color for physical. That way I can go through and quickly see, okay, what script books do I have to read before that resets? What library holds do I have, you know?
Right.
So yeah.
And I don't have script, and I actually realized that one of the books I had for one of the prompts was only available on script. So now I have to choose another one for that prompt. For some
Or you
reason,
can just do a free trial.
I could do that
You
too.
can- If you do it through Jake or my link that we have in the Thrill Chiller Kill, you can get 60 days and we also get a free month, whether you continue or not.
Oh, okay. So if I just do the free trial, you'll still benefit.
Yep.
Okay, I might do that.
And you get 2 months for free.
That's awesome.
I didn't know this when I did mine. I just pay for it now. I've done at least 2, maybe 3 free trials. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty handy, but it really does suck when like if you listen to a lot, it kind of it makes it how does it work, Stacy? It's hard to explain.
So basically, I think what they do is like every book they have on there is worth so much that they have to pay to the publisher. And once you hit close to like whatever, they start making books unavailable until your next payment date. So once you get like 2 or 3 books on there, you'll start noticing like other really popular ones or ones they have to pay more for go unavailable temporarily. And then like you can usually get 5 or 6 in a month before they kind of most of your save list is unavailable.
Okay. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I still do like a credit every other month in Audible is the plan I went to, because Scribd plus that equals what I was paying for just Audible before. So
What is the next book? What is the next book that everyone is jumping into?
I haven't decided yet. I think I have to have a team meeting with Ian and our team and decide what our strategy is.
Yeah, how do you come up from negative?
Well, you just read a lot.
Like climb out of the hole. I'll send you a ladder. Get some rope.
I've got my second to last Janny Wirtz book that I just going to be starting physically, and then I'm listening to this on audio right now as well, which is the second to last Rune Lord's book.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Is that actually less than 1,000 pages, Nico?
Yes, well, kind of, because I always say, so if you take out like all of the notes and the glossary in the back, it's like 550 pages. But a Wirtz book reads at like 0.5, 0.75 speed. I feel like the text is still also pretty small.
Small, yeah.
So it's it's longer than it seems. But the last one in the series actually does have audio, so I'll be able to triple format that one. This I have the physical and I have the ebooks for all of them, so I'm physical during the day, ebook at night in bed. So I'm getting there.
That's weird that they
I've
only
been binging the series.
that's weird that they only have an audio available for the last book.
It's a whole thing. They're maybe for when the very last one comes out, probably next year, but basically the publisher's like, oh, it's standard practice now to do an audiobook when the book's coming out. And she's like, well, none of the other ones have audio. Can you start with book one? And they said, no. And so that's, there's only the latest book out right now is the only one that actually has an audio, but maybe someday, hopefully, because that'll get more people to read the series for sure.
Yeah. The book I'm probably going to start next is, there it is, Falling Over Sideways by Jordan Sonnenblick, which I'm sure will be fun, but also be very sad.
Yeah. Stacey, I just looked and saw, I think your sister comment, it said nobody's favorite is Nickelback, so it doesn't matter, right? Why does everyone hate Nickelback? What did they ever do? What did they do that people hate on them?
I think they're honestly just fun to hate on because it's fairly easy. But
is that what it is?
Well, you know what? We all listen to them,
right?
I do not listen to them.
Jake's
you probably know half their songs, even if you've never listened to them. I just feel like everyone does. You've heard them.
Yeah. I know them. I just don't like them.
I don't actually.
But you know them.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
I'm aware.
Oh, Lisa, I think that's for your cry prompt, because that's about a school shooting.
That would work. End of watch. All right. Yeah.
Loves to hate. It's a Canadian show. Oh, they are from Canada, aren't they? They are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Stacey was trying to convince me that one of our next Battle of the Band should be like a Canadian edition.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah.
And then Nala can be team captain for Team Nickelback.
I was gonna say, are we picking Nick? No one would be on my team, apparently.
You want to really see a team all get attacked.
Negative 550. Oh boy.
Nickelback, yeah.
Yeah, so we've had some requests for hair metal too.
Hair metal, okay. I know Nico would like that.
Heck yeah. I'm so down for that.
I also had an idea of like captain's choice. So like whoever's captains just gets to pick whatever band they want or artist.
That'd be fun.
Hair metal round.
Team Rush, Canadian, and Avril Lavigne.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of choice with Canadian. There's a lot of bands or artists that are Canadian that people don't realize are Canadian too.
Yeah. All right. I think we're good to go. Yeah. I think to wrap it up, Fleetwood Mac has got a big hole to climb out of, and
we can do it.
And Journey, probably everybody will start going after y'all, hopefully.
Maybe. Apparently, that's what I'm seeing over here.
And then we can just leave Green Day alone.
No.
I'll also leave Nirvana alone. But
no.
I still have prompts for everyone.
Thinking about my Canadian band. I'd probably go with Brand of Sacrifice, which if you want to have some fun, look up Brand of Sacrifice.
Oh, boy. Why do I feel like that's like a extreme death metal band?
It sounds like it would be
something like that. It's the name comes from that Berserk anime or manga that I've never read or seen. I actually like a power metal band that is also based on that, so it's really popular apparently. But the Brand of Sacrifice is they're pretty awesome.
All right. Well, that's it for this live show where we did the scoreboard update and told y'all about the bonus challenge. Hopefully, with the bonus challenge, Fleetwood Mac can climb their way out of the hole, and it'll be fun to see what everyone's favorite songs are from the different decades.
Yeah. Can we give it like a top 3 instead of
Yeah.
Let's do
a top 3. We can do a top 3.
Let's do top 3.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for joining me, and thanks for everyone in the chat for showing up. And we'll see y'all next time. Have a good one. And bro.